What's up, guys? Iceman here. Welcome to Iceman Ascending. So yes, you've read the title correctly. I am contemplating buying me a PS5. Now, the last time I had a PlayStation unit was when I was in high school. I'm talking about the early 2000s. I borrowed a PS1 from a friend of mine and I played Metal Gear. And what an awesome game that was. Metal Gear Solid, the original, for PlayStation 1. Wow. So I played the hell out of that, and then I gave it back to my boy. Then a year or two later, I borrowed a PS2 from, I think, the same boy. And from there, I played Final Fantasy X. I got like halfway through it. I just wasn't all that much into that kind of RPG at the time. And I was probably playing Diablo 2 in those days. And maybe I ventured from all that to Halo, because I grew up with an Xbox. But before I gave it up, I played Grand Theft Auto Vice City. And hot damn, what a freaking video game that was. If you guys weren't around back in those days, this is before the internet was just so mass and abundant, right? Like where every fucking thing's on the internet. I mean, the internet was around. There's a lot of stuff on the internet, but we weren't like living on it, you know? Like we didn't have the smartphones. We had to go to the computer to go on the internet. We could text with our phones, and that was pretty much it. Some of them had some cheesy little web browser, but it always worked like shit, and it sucked up a lot of data, so we never really used that. But those days were about discovery. And I remember, because you weren't able to just spoil everything, you know? Like, you'd have to get a magazine, and you'd look at the magazine, and it'd, like, tell you some tips and tricks for video games. That's pretty much it. And then you could go on their website and be like similar pages, but there wouldn't be like everybody and their mom just posting shit about the video game before you even played it, like how it is today. So playing Vice City, now I did play GTA 3 actually before Vice City. This is about a year previous to that. I played GTA 3. In a similar situation, I borrowed a PlayStation, I played through it. I'm pretty sure I beat the whole game, and I was like, holy shit, this game's awesome. It was just a new thing back then, it seemed to me anyway. This whole open world thing, you could run around and do whatever you want. When I was a little duck-billed platypus, I'm talking about like a little kid, man. Like 7 or 8 years old, back when like the Nintendo was around and the Super Nintendo maybe. I always imagined, I was like, what are video games going to be like in the future? And I remember I had this hobby. I'd be in my backyard, my parents' house, and I'd have like a slingshot or a BB gun, and I'd just blast shit, right? It was just a hobby of mine. Of course, I did a couple things that I think were fucked up, and then I quit doing that. But nonetheless, I would just shoot shit, right? And I started to think about it. I was like, wow, what if like video games are like this in the future, where you could just like go around and just do whatever you wanted? And what's crazy is GTA started to turn into that to a certain extent. And GTA 3 was like the first experience where I felt that. I was like, you got to be kidding me. You can go around and do all sorts of shit. And it's like an open city. I mean, yeah, you can't go into all the buildings or any of them for that matter, except for a select few. You can't go into all the houses except for a select few. But I mean, you can just run amok on the streets and do all sorts of things, right? Create all sorts of havoc. And just how fun that was for me at the time. And then Vice City came out, and it was just what GTA 3 was, but better in like every way is what I felt. And I love the theme. I love the music. I love the colors. I mean, just in Florida, the beautiful sky. I just love that atmosphere by the beach. You know, I just love Vice City, the Hawaiian shirts and all this shit. It just had such a vibe to it. Of course, I look back now, and I played it a couple times. A few years ago, I actually have a PS2 right here at my home theater. And it's only been turned on a couple times. I got it at a garage sale or something for $10. And I popped Vice City into it once, and I just kind of realized how woke that shit was. But, you know, I can give it a pass to an extent. I mean, it's just their little radio shows and shit. It was evident that they're all anti-free market, anti-capitalism and all that. There's just all this shit going on with that. But, you know, to an extent, I can see past some of that stuff. And then GTA 4 came out, and I didn't play that. Or San Andreas, I didn't play that either. At that point, I was going after women in completely legal and consensual manners, right? I was going after women. I was a mid to late teenager when San Andreas came out. So I had a buddy who was playing that like hell, but I was thinking I got to get me some ass, you know? So that was kind of on my mind. So I wasn't really playing video games then, except for Diablo 2. I was always playing Diablo 2. I'd go home and I'd play fucking Diablo 2. I'd go chase women. And if I were down on my luck, I just play Diablo 2 till the next day, you know? And then I'd chase women again. But so I kind of skipped the whole San Andreas thing. And similarly, that's how it was for me with GTA 4. My brother was playing it. And I'd go over to the house sometimes and watch him play it. He's younger than me. And it looked like an awesome fucking game, but I just wasn't really in the mode to play video games then as much. I was just, I don't know what the hell I was doing. Like I said, I wasn't working that hard, but I was trying to get ass. I know that, but I don't know what else I was doing. I was scheming, all right? So I just didn't really have it in me to play that, but I was playing Diablo 3 in those days. So I was always fucking playing Diablo. It's pretty much just, if I were playing video games, I was playing Diablo. And I just didn't really want to make time for anything else. Then GTA 5 came out, similar sort of thing. And it looked cool. I was like, wow, this is a lot like what Vice City is, only better and better. I mean, there might be things about GTA 5 that I wouldn't like. I'm not really sure. I'm guessing the shit to an extent is woke too, right? But I mean, we can all agree to disagree on things, right? Like, that's just not really my flavor so much. I don't really like that shit interjected into video games, but it's kind of beside the point here. Because now, I ain't chasing ass anymore, right? I got a couple wives. So I got the house, I got the dog, I got the free time. So I'm kind of thinking, I'm like, I wonder if I should play GTA 6. Just to try it out, for nostalgia, for a good time. And I'm seeing this trailer, this game, the first one that we saw, I was like, oh, fuck, I don't know if this is going to be good. But then this second one they just came out with several days ago, I'm like, hot damn. This game looks fucking awesome from this trailer. I mean, yes, people will argue that it's not gameplay, but we all know what to expect with gameplay. You know, it's going to be GTA 5 and then some. And if it's GTA 5 and then some, I would say it's a win, right? And so I think that we just all know to expect that. I mean, if they don't deliver on that, are we even in the same fucking universe? You know, I think they're going to deliver on the gameplay and all that. I mean, hopefully the environments are even more interactive. Hopefully the physics are more accurate and fun. Hopefully, I mean, I would love it if we could blow off extremities, you know? Like, why are they being such pussies, you know? Let us blow off the fucking extremities when a fucking grenade blows up, you know? Or when you, like in Resident Evil, where you can put your shotgun up and you, boom, you blow off the zombie's head, right? And the head just explodes. But yeah, it's fucked up. But I'm just saying, it might, I mean, I think it'd be fun, you know, if they add more of that shit into the game. I mean, why wouldn't they? Aren't we all adults here? You know, they give it an adult rating. You see that shit in movies. You know, why can't you have it in the fucking video game? Give it the rating. Give me a hell yeah in the comments below if you guys want GTA 6 to have the blowing off of extremities and all that bullshit. Let me know. Just imagine shooting like a rocket into a crowd or something. I mean, see, this sort of stuff hasn't really intrigued me much over the past several years. I was like, violence in video games. Yeah, that's fucked up. But I'm saying, I'm just kind of looking to reach back to nostalgia again. You know, it just sounds kind of fun. And yeah, if that means going around in GTA, creating havoc in a video game, so be it. And I'm saying if we're going to do that, let's do it right. You know, let's let all this shit blow up and come off and just have a good fucking time. I mean, that would be awesome if they did that. So again, give me a hell yeah in the comments below if you guys want that sort of physics to be implemented in GTA 6. But point being of this video, I've been seeing the trailer. For one, I'm curious what your thoughts are on it. Is this going to be a good fucking game or what? Is it going to be more woke? Is it going to be less woke? Let me know. I mean, I do wonder, like, we've seen Oblivion come out now, right? The remaster, and Bethesda, those fucking pussies. Like, we've seen what they've done, right? You can't they're banning words, right? We can't say male and female in that fucking game anymore. And all the statues, they cover them up, you know? Like, this is a fucking statue we're talking about. You know, like the chick, I mean, she just has some cleavage and shit, and now she's like flat-chested, you know, these fucking cowards. But yeah, you guys see what I'm saying? That it's a big trend with all these companies. They're doing all this civilization decaying bullshit in their games. They're taking away the gender and all that shit. They're shaving off the titties. They're doing all sorts of shit. They're making all the bitches all butch and masculine. And obviously that's not what the audience wants. You know, like in general, people vote on this. Like I've seen polls of this shit. You know, and this is bipartisan shit. Like, you see people from all political viewpoints and spectrums who are gamers. They don't give a fuck about this shit, and they want it to be how it always has been. You know, like, we're okay with having the fucking male and female in the game. And as far as I see it, add the other ones too if you want, but don't get rid of the other. Don't get rid of the foundation of all that. You know, you fucking cowards. God damn. What an unforgivable fucking sin. You know what I'm saying? And may you not be forgiven until you revert on all this fucking bullshit. The producers and the ones who are implementing all this garbage, may you not be forgiven until you repent and retract of these sins. But, and may the Creator be with me when I say this, but you guys see what I'm saying? All this fucking bullshit they're doing in the games. But I can't help but wonder if... Now, look, this is probably being too optimistic, but what if they're kind of seeing a trend? They're like, holy shit, in general, people don't like this woke fucking bullshit all over the place. You know, like, it's okay to have more variety in the game, you know? And, but banning these fucking terms, you know, it's just crazy, and making everybody ugly as fuck. Like I said, like, people like visually appealing things, you know what I'm saying? I mean, have the ugly as fuck people in the game, but also have the visually appealing ones, you know? It's just fucking crazy. So I can't help but wonder what if Rockstar Games decides to kind of give us what we want a little bit this time around? You know, wouldn't that just be crazy to see that in whatever the hell year it's going to be, 2026? If they're actually daring enough to give the fucking fans something that they want in a game, you know, like if they actually are daring enough to appease their own fucking audience. I mean, this is coming from me. You know, I'm a guy who's pretty much boycotted all fucking video games because of this garbage. Except for, yeah, I play Path of Exile 2, all right? I play D2R a little bit because I'm making videos on it. But that's it, man. I mean, I'm not playing any of the other bullshit. And from that standpoint, yeah, I might be kind of an oddity when it comes to that, or a rarity. But with that being said, I'm even considering buying this shit. You know, I'm thinking about getting a PS5 because I don't have a PS5. And trying out this GTA 6. But here's my question to you guys. This is really important. Right now, I have an Xbox One or some shit. I don't even know what the hell that thing is. I got it at a garage sale about 4 or 5 years ago for $40, right? An Xbox One. Now, they got all sorts of these Xbox Ones, right? They got the S, they got the non-disc version, which I think is the S. They got the Xbox X or some shit now. Is that what it's called? The Xbox X? Can someone let me know? See, I'm kind of familiar with Xbox in the ergonomics, is that how you say that, of the controllers. Like this sort of thing. I mean, I kind of like how the joysticks are disaligned like that. There was something about it, I thought it was more comforting in the hand. I could be wrong. But am I making a mistake if I were to get an Xbox X or whatever the hell that thing is, the Series X bullshit? Or should I rather get a PS5? I'm curious, which one do you guys think has the better controller? And which one is the system you think I should get? Because I don't really know which one to get, and I want to get one to play GTA on. Now, here's the thing is when I did play Vice City and GTA 3, it was on a PlayStation. As mentioned, it was on PS2. So, and that controller, I guess, was suitable for me for that. But then I started getting into Halo, and of course, you can't play that on PlayStation, not PS5 or any of that shit. So, Halo's all around the Xbox. But what I could do, I could just, because I don't like the new Halos. You know, I just like Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3 a little bit. I like Halo 1, Halo 2, and Halo Reach are the ones that I like. All right. And that can be all on Anniversary Edition, which I already have. So I could just keep this Xbox One and play Halo on it when I want. Yeah, it's not going to be the best Xbox, but it's probably going to run the original Halos just as well as the Xbox Series X would be my guess. And then what I could do in addition to that is get the PS5 to play GTA on. I also like the Resident Evil games. And yeah, for nostalgia reasons, it is kind of fun playing Resident Evil on a PlayStation unit. Because in those days, I also played Resident Evil 1. I beat it. I played Resident Evil 2. I played Resident Evil 3 on my dog's PlayStation 1. And I beat all three of them. What a damn good time that was. And then 4 I played on the GameCube, which is neither of the two. Nintendo is neither Xbox or PlayStation. So with that being said, I'm a bit divided on what system to get. But do you guys think it's worth it to get a new system to play GTA 6 on? And yeah, I know I could wait for it to come out on PC. But I just kind of like sitting back on my couch. I got this home theater room. I mean, I got a 5.1 surround system. I got an SVS 13-inch sealed box subwoofer. This thing fucking bumps. And I got tower clip speakers. I got a big-ass 55-inch TV, which is big for this room. And I sit close to it, so it might as well be a fucking 80-inch. You see what I'm saying? So with all that being said, I kind of like to sit back on the damn couch with a controller. And yeah, you could do that with a PC. You could integrate all sorts of bullshit and use a controller. But then I don't want that. I want a basic gaming system without all the windows and all that bullshit. And I kind of feel like going back a little bit, you know, how it was back in the day. But let me know your recommendation in the comments below. And which controller do you like more? Should I get the PlayStation or should I get the damn Xbox? Let me know in the comments below and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace be with you.